Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm your host, and this is where we talk about financial freedom. This is my fourth video, and I'm excited you're joining me. Today, we're diving into something super personal, how your childhood shapes the way you handle money as an adult. You might think your spending habits or saving strategies are all logic and spreadsheets, but trust me, a lot of it traces back to those early years. We'll break this down step by step. First, how scarcity or abundance in childhood creates mindsets that stick with you. Second, the role of parental examples. Third, how family dynamics and cultural influences play in. And finally, some real-life stories to make it all relatable. By the end, you'll have tools to reflect on your own story and maybe tweak those money decisions for the better. Let's jump in. Section 1. Scarcity versus abundance mindsets. Think about this. Did you grow up in a home where money was tight, or one where it flowed freely? That environment wires your brain in ways that influence every financial choice you make today. Let's start with scarcity. If your childhood involved hearing, "We can't afford that," a lot, or watching parents stretch every dollar, you might develop a scarcity mindset. This isn't about being poor. It's about the feeling of never having enough. I remember a friend from my neighborhood growing up. His family was working class, and holidays meant handmade gifts because store-bought ones were a luxury. Fast forward to adulthood. He's a successful engineer, but he hoards money like it's going out of style. He drives a beat-up car from the 90s, even though he could afford a new one because deep down, he's afraid the money will disappear. That's scarcity at work. It makes you overly cautious, sometimes to the point of missing opportunities, like investing in stocks because it might all crash. On the flip side, an abundance mindset comes from homes where money wasn't a constant worry. Maybe your parents treated you to vacations or let you have allowances without strings attached. This can lead to optimism about finances, but it has pitfalls too. Take my cousin. She grew up in a comfortable suburb where her folks never said no to extras like new bikes or gaming consoles. Now, as an adult running her own small business, she spends impulsively on marketing tools or office upgrades, assuming more money will always come. It's great for taking risks, like starting that side hustle, but it can lead to huge debt if not balanced. Real-life twist. This mindset isn't set in stone. One guy I knew flipped his scarcity script by traveling solo after college. He budgeted tightly at first, but changed gradually, seeing the world taught him that money spent wisely creates more abundance. So reflect. What was your childhood money vibe? Jot it down. It might explain why you panic buy during market bull run or why you're a serial saver. Section 2. Parental modeling and learned behaviors. Parents are our first teachers, right? They don't just show us how to tie shoes. They model money habits that we absorb like sponges. If your mom or dad was a big spender, splashing on dinners, outdoor gadgets, you might mirror that as an adult, equating money with enjoyment. But if they were frugal, clipping coupons and fixing things instead of buying new, you're likely the type who researches deals for hours. Here's a real story from someone I met at a community event. Let's call her Sarah. Her dad was a factory worker who always paid bills on time but never discussed money openly. It was taboo. So, Sarah grew up avoiding financial talks, which led to her ignoring to share anything about her investments with friends or anyone until she discovered that she was investing in a scam project. It took a wake-up call. All her money was gone, and the so-called project manager was nowhere to be found. For her to realize she was repeating that silence. Now, she shares her investment ideas with her newly hired financial planner and her friends. Contrast that with my old roommate, Mike. His parents involved him in family finances early, showing him how to budget and how they invest in index funds. As a result, Mike's a pro at index funds and budgeting, and even started investing in individual stocks. But get this, not all modeling is positive. If parents argued about money constantly, you might associate finances with stress, leading to avoidance or even compulsive shopping as a coping mechanism. Think about arguments you overheard as a kid. Did they make you vow to never fight over money? Or did they make you fearful of partnerships? One woman I know from a divorced family where money was the battleground now keeps separate finances in her marriage to avoid that pain. It's smart, but it stems from childhood wounds. The key: awareness. Spot those patterns, and you can rewrite them. Maybe by reading books on financial psychology or talking it out with a trusted friend. Section 3. Family dynamics and cultural influences. Beyond parents, your whole family and cultural background sneak into your money decisions. In some cultures, like many immigrant families, there's emphasis on sending money home or saving for the collective good. This can foster generosity but also guilt if you spend on yourself. I recall a colleague from an Asian American family where education was the big investment. Parents sacrificed luxuries to fund college. He felt immense pressure to succeed financially, leading him to high-paying but soul-crushing jobs. Only after burnout did he pivot to a passion career, realizing childhood expectations were driving him. Cultural holidays play in too. If Christmas meant extravagant gifts in your home, you might overspend during holidays now, chasing that joy. But if it was modest, you're probably the bargain hunter type. These influences aren't bad. They're just hidden drivers. To harness them, try journaling. What family sayings about money do you remember? Money doesn't grow on trees might make you frugal, but questioning it could open doors to smarter risks. Section 4. Real-life stories and how to break the cycle. Let's tie this together with more stories. Meet Alex. Grew up in foster care, moving homes where money was unpredictable. As an adult, he gambles on get-rich-quick schemes, seeking that stability he never had. Therapy helped him see the link, and now he builds emergency funds instead. Then there's Lena, from a wealthy family that went bankrupt. When she was 10, that trauma made her a workaholic, equating worth with wealth. She broke it by volunteering, realizing money isn't everything. These aren't just tales. They're from people I've crossed paths with, showing childhood isn't destiny, and we can change for better. Steps to change. 1. Reflect daily. Track spending and note emotional triggers. 2. Educate yourself, join online forums, or listen to podcasts on money mindsets. 3. Experiment. If you're a saver, try a small splurge. If a spender, set a no-buy week. 4. Seek support. Talk to friends or professionals if patterns feel heavy. Conclusion. So there you have it. Your childhood isn't just memories. It's the blueprint for your money life. But with awareness, you can redesign it. Thanks for watching my 4th video. If this resonated, hit like. Subscribe for more on personal finance from a fresh angle, and drop a comment. How has your upbringing shaped your wallet? See you next time.